Good afternoon, and welcome to the Urban Preparedness Program. I am your host, the Urban Cockroach. Now, if you watched my last video on bugging out, one of the things I brought up in that video was how to siphon fuel, and I made a statement in there about how to jimmy cars open. The problem is, none of my viewers know how to use a Slim Jim or jimmy a car open, so I got a lot of people requesting that I do a video and show people how to break into cars. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show all my little cockroaches how to grub their way into most vehicles. Now, first thing we're going to say is unless that vehicle is older than 1990, this is not going to work. This is a Slim Jim. You can get them at most auto parts store. I think I got this one at Advanced Auto. It's like 13 bucks. 99% of the time, unless that vehicle was like a 1995 Toyota Corolla, it's not going to help you out. Unless it's a 1992 Ford Taurus, you know, something like that. This is not going to help you at all. The design was that it would slip down into your window seal, you'd shimmy it over, hit the locking mechanism, pull it up, the door would unlock, and you'd pull the door open. But it's been a long time since anybody's looked at a car through the window and seen that little pull-up tab. Okay, well that's what it's for. It gets up underneath that and the locking mechanism. You pull up on it, it pops that little tab up, and then you're great. Now, we're not going to use this today because the example vehicle I'm going to use is the 2001 Nissan Xterra, and this will not work. But what will work works on almost every single vehicle on the market. And yes, that includes some of the earlier 2000 vehicles. I just used it like a month ago to break into a Chevy Impala, and that was a 2018. And so what we're going to show you here is these two wedges. You can get away with just one, but it's significantly easier if you got two. These are just cheap plastic wedges. And I use a big piece of metal bent on the end. Metal coat hangers do work, but they're not as sturdy. This actually came out of a car delocking kit. And so I bought this at Advanced Auto Parts and Batteries. I think it was $35 for the full kit. Came with 5 of these little wedges. 6 or 8 different pieces of metal wire that are all bent at strange angles. I just used the longest one. It works every time, so there's no point in me bothering with the 5 different sizes of smaller ones that are bent in weird directions. They're all made specifically for different types of door locking mechanisms, but you can simply bend the end piece into whatever angle or shape you need. So, instead of sitting here on my chair, running my suck here in the war room, we're going to take you outside and show you how to break into cars. Alright, so here we are outside. So I wanted to show you the inside of the door panel of this Nissan Xterra first, because the first thing you're going to do when you decide to jimmy a car open is you got to plan your approach. You can do this by looking in through the passenger side window to view the driver's side door locking mechanism, or from the driver's side to do the same thing on the passenger side. But since the windows of this particular example vehicle are pretty covered with pollen and dirt and other sorts of nasty grime that'll probably exist on any vehicle you find stranded somewhere, I just opened the door to show you the inside. Before you try to jimmy the door open, check the door handle. If the car's unlocked, obviously you have an easy access. If there's an absolute emergency going on and you need to get inside that vehicle right friggin' now, don't worry about trying to jimmy the door lock. Just break the window, reach in, unlock the door. Okay? Chances are, if you're being chased or something like that and something inside the vehicle is going to save your life, breaking the window is not going to be the worst thing that happens that day. Now, as you see on this type of locking mechanism here, all you have to do is flip this little piece over and the door is unlocked. Then you can hook the handle with the same hook and pull it open, but once you pull this lock, you can actually just unlock it from the door handle on the outside of the door. So all you got to do is flip this thing over, reach in, pull it out. With the Nissan Xterra, it's a pretty simple way to unlock the vehicle. Not all vehicles are that easy. They don't all have this enclosed handle that's real easy to hook. A lot of vehicles just have a single bar handle. That's fine as long as you reach over and you hit that lock button, or you reach over and you pull that lever. It's going to unlock the door. then you can just open it with the handle. So I'm going to show you a couple different views of this. First, I'm going to set the my camera up so you can see what it looks like from inside the vehicle. Then I'm going to show you another view of what it looks like from outside the vehicle trying to get inside. As you can see, it's pretty simple once you're practiced with it. I've actually done it on this vehicle a number of times. It's not usually that quick, but it is quite simple because all you have to do is pop this little tab right here. Alright, this time I'm going to show it to you from the outside of the vehicle. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these wedges, you're going to come up here to the top of the door. Make sure the door is closed all the way. You come up here to the top of the door. You're going to slide it in between this weather stripping piece here. And then push it in until it kind of sticks. You take the next one, you slide it in, come down a little ways. You're going to do the same thing. Now that you see that the gap created in the door by the two wedges, that's the part where you're going to slide this here in. And you see it in the window there. And then all you have to do is look across to the other side of the vehicle so you have a feel for where that next piece you're reaching for is. Once you got it, you hook it, give it a little pull, and she pops right open. Simple as that. Alright, my little cockroaches, so I showed you guys how to break into a vehicle today. I absolutely need to put this disclaimer on the video because not all of my subscribers are the brightest bulbs in the world, but I appreciate you all nonetheless. I do not condone stealing cars or breaking into other people's property. That being said, if the great gods of Titawaki take a big old shit on the world's veritable fan, no holds barred. Do what you got to do to survive. So that's what this video is for. In an emergency. Now you can use these same tactics on your everyday life. People lock themselves in their car all the time. They accidentally leave their keys on the dashboard or sitting in the ignition or in the cup holder if you got one of those push start cars. This happens all the time. You can use this exact same method to reach in with that same piece of cable, grab your keys and pull them out through the hole in the door. And get back into your vehicle. So, if you're using it to get into your own vehicle, awesome. If the end of the world happened, hopefully you already saw this video and learned something and you can use it then. Don't use it next week because you want to get into your neighbor's car and steal something out of there. Don't use it just because you're bored out of your mind and you want to see if you can do it. Doing it too many times can damage the weather stripping on your vehicle. And the metal thing can accidentally scratch the paint and make it look not so fun. So, use it in an emergency. You need to get in there, you need to get something out of the vehicle, you locked your keys in, you accidentally locked your dog in the car and it's really hot, you locked your kid in the car and they're probably dying. Any of those things are perfect scenarios to use this video. And I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please get down and drop a comment on the bottom. Hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much and I hope you enjoy the next video.